Landed property, is it a good time to buy or sell? Hi, my name is Alan from Alan with Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about landed properties. If you're a landed seller, is it now a good time to cash out? Are there any more upside ahead, or should you continue to hold and wait? What if you are a landed buyer who is sitting on the fence right now and hoping for prices to crash? Should you continue to wait or bite the bullet? I will address all your concerns once and for all. Here, I'm not going to forecast the market with my crystal ball, as I always believe that talk is always cheap. What better way to justify your decision with market data? Without further ado, let's go. As usual, let's take a look at the data first. Are you curious to know how much landed property prices have appreciated over the years? I'll break down the prices for terrace, semi-detached to bungalows. As usual, I will use data from the past 10 years from 2013 to 2023 to give you some depth in my analysis. I have used all districts, all areas and all transactions to all tenures so that my numbers will be consistent. Firstly, let us take a look at the orange line, which is for terrace house. Prices have appreciated by an astonishing 48%. Are you surprised? This is as good as 50% in just a decade. As for semi-detached, which is in light blue, prices have up 32%. Not too bad, this is still pretty decent. As for detached house or bungalow, which is in dark blue, prices were up 27%. Seriously, I don't have a solid answer as to why terrace house appreciate more than bungalows. I can only conclude that prices of terrace house is still digestible for most HDB and condo upgraders. Another reason could be because there is more volume for inter-terrace, and that is why it helped to support their prices. If you have any other reasons, please kindly share them in the comment section. Let me tell you a real story. I recall I was marketing this original condition, freehold 2-story inter-terrace in the west. It has a land size of 2239 square feet. I sold it around the Christmas period back in 2016 for $2.25 million or $1,000 and 3 per square feet, based on its land area. I recall I had a hard time convincing potential buyer to buy at that price then. Today, if you ask me, such a house, just purely the land itself, can be easily worth $3.3 million. This is a 46% increase in just 8 years. This shows that it is close to the 48% increase for inter-terrace in 10 years. Are you keen to find out if freehold or 999 years landed perform better than 999 years leasehold property? Let us take a look at the data. I classify them into all landed properties with all tenure in orange. Overall, the landed growth rate was 41% in just 10 years. This is pretty attractive. Next, we have all landed on freehold and 999 years tenure, which is in light blue, it spiked 46%. Lastly, for 99 years landed in dark blue, they have also appreciated by 23%. Not too bad, all thanks to COVID-19 and the demand for bigger homes. At a glance, landed property on freehold and 999 years tenure outperform its 99 years counterpart. This means if you do not want to worry about a depreciating lease, go for freehold or 999 years tenure. However, if you have budget constraint and want to stay in a landed, you can always consider 999 years landed instead. Here, how about the landed price movement for the entire 2023? Back in 2022, the average PSF for all landed was 1583 PSF. In 2023, it was 1734 PSF. This means that prices have appreciated by 9.5% based on HPROP data. Next, let me retrieve URA latest quarterly data on landed properties to compare with HPROP data. Landed property PPI has appreciated by 4.5% in the fourth quarter. This is after a negative 3.6% in the third quarter. Seriously, landed price got dropped one meh? That is why I always say, don't read the data every quarter. Sometimes it may not be very accurate due to the volume and type of transaction for the particular quarter. Anyway, the table doesn't show the first and second quarter data. I have to painstakingly go and find URA press release for the quarter and compare the data. For the benefit of you, let me compare the data for all quarters and show you in a table format. I've also done a chart showing the price movement between the quarters. The landed property index for the first quarter increased by 5.9%. The second quarter increased by 1.1%. In the third quarter, it dropped 3.6%. For the fourth quarter, landed buyers suddenly woke up and up 4.5%. Overall, 7.9% increase in 2023. Very clear, right? This is what I call 一目了然. Today we are living in 2024. It's a brave new digital world. I believe that our data can be presented in a more user-friendly format. This will not only benefit consumers, but also the real estate industry as a whole. Here, let me ask you all a question. Do you think landed property price will continue to appreciate or will they decline in 2024? Pause this video and think about it first. Let's assume there is no external shock and Singapore economy is still progressing as per normal. Let us use back 2023 data. Overall, URA landed PPI has increased by 7.9% for the whole of 2023. Do you think it will just drop to kosong just like that? I doubt so. Prices may soften and the growth rate could be slower, but it will not turn and go into negative territory so soon. This means price in 2024 will still appreciate gradually. Here, if you are the seller, should you continue to wait? That depends on your housing needs. If you are a senior and have plans to cash out, you can always delay selling and wait for prices to appreciate. However, if the house is too big for you to upkeep and the staircase is an issue for you, then you may wish to move on. It's either now or later. It doesn't really make any difference if you plan to downsize to a smaller property. When you sell high, you have to buy high. In fact, you gain more when you sell a bigger quantum to buy a smaller quantum property. What if you are upgrading to a bigger landed from a smaller one? Is it worthwhile to sell and buy now? Again, if you refer to my earlier graph, the appreciation for semi-detached and bungalows is still manageable as compared to terrace. This means you will be better off upgrading to a bigger house. Do I make sense to you? What if you are a buyer? Are you waiting for the price to correct? Let me share this with you. There are not many distressed landed owners, since most of them have bought them easily 15 to 20 years ago. This means that there are not many desperate sellers around, since their entry price are low to begin with. That is why you seldom see landed owners change hands. Anyway, there are not many good landed properties around at affordable prices. You just have to continue searching and see whoever blinks first. For landed buyers, if you need to buy, just buy. If you need to sell your current property, please let me know, okay? I can sell for you at a good price. Here, my assessment for landed property is prices will hold very well due to scarcity and the space landed has to offer. It is also very comfortable to stay in, especially so for those with extended family. Most importantly, it is very safe to live in landed properties in Singapore. Unlike other countries, we don't need to have high fence or CCTV to guards patrolling the estates. All thanks to our SPF. They are the best security agency in Singapore. There is another reason why landed prices keep going up. Here, to our no-nonsense Minister of Home Affairs, Mr. Shanmugam, you did a great job. Thank you so much for your contribution to Singapore. By the way, when I'm doing my evening run near Simpang Bodok, I came across this villa known as Villa Hajid Kaha, located along Jalan Haji Salam and Bodok Avenue, off Upper East Coast Road. There is also a very well-maintained kampong-style house beside the villa. You can refer to the history of this place and the Google map in the description below. By the way, my late Akong also used to stay in such a house, which in Hokkien is called Khu Ka Lao. Frankly speaking, I don't mind staying in such a house too. That's all. I come to the end of this video. See you again soon.